Hi, welcome to the F1 Time Portal, a Formula One history podcast by a couple of friends that love Formula One. I'm your host, Rosa.
And I'm your Jet host, Luigi. And today we're rating drivers from 1974 for our special series, the Time Portal Championship, Part 2. So let's go.
And we have Laura back. Hi, Laura.
Hi, everyone. I'm back. Provide you with some GP acumen.
Some more fun and games.
Teaching us about the back markers.
Yes. Louis, Jet.
I know this is not
I think I know that song.
Oh, By the Wings?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not as big as their other songs, but
No.
I like it. It's a cool song.
Yeah.
It's a very Formula One song.
I was going to say, it's sort of in theme with fast things. Yes.
How's it go, Luigi? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. How does the song go?
Woo, woo, woo. Happy with that?
No, because I still don't know what it is.
You have to Google.
Can you
Google
do the
it
melody?
later. Yeah, nah. No melody. Okay, guess what? We're up to race 7, the Swedish Grand Prix.
Yep.
Are we ready
And
for that?
Lauda's just taken the lead in the championship. He's on 56, Reutemann's on 44, Fittipaldi and Peterson on 42. So with that, Louis?
Schechter's on 8 points, I saw. Yeah. Okay, so Tyrrell was the form team of this race, taking the front row, with Depailler taking his first ever pole position. Ferrari pair of Lauda and Regazzoni were next, with Peterson in the Lotus and Hunt in the Hesketh in 5th and 6th. At race start, Schechter charged into the lead, with Peterson nearly taking the lead from 5th place, but he fell back to 2nd, but soon retired. With Depailler in 2nd, the Tyrrell pair proceeded to hold position. Lauda was in 3rd place, but early suspension issues meant he was hobbled. On this difficult-to-pass track, a fast-charging Hunt spent 40 laps in 4th trying to get past the damaged Ferrari, and he eventually did so with 14 laps to go. Hunt then tried to catch the leading Tyrrell pair, but they had the pace in hand and won by 3 seconds. Schechter gets his first ever F1 win, so another first in this season. 6th different winner in 7 races. Depailler came 2nd, Hunt 3rd, and the ever-reliable Fittipaldi in 4th. Hill in the Embassy Hill, his own team, got 6th place, the only points of the season for him, and both Ferraris retired.
Thanks, Louis. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for mentioning that. I don't know that you had to mention that.
Well, they're contenders. They need to be acknowledged.
You do enjoy, just pouring salt into my Ferrari wounded heart.
This is a funny season. Ferrari's hot and cold. Everyone's hot and cold. And
I know.
Tyrrell's all hot, So, yeah.
Yep.
So, anyway, Laura, your picks?
I put Hunt in 3rd. I've never heard of Hunt.
Okay.
He's in 40 laps in 4th gear. Is that like a mistake?
Oh, no. He was 40 laps stuck behind Lauda, who had a car problem. He wasn't stuck in 4th gear.
Oh,
He was stuck in 4th position.
Right, okay.
I see why you thought that. Okay.
Yep. All right, I put him in 3rd just because. Number
You
2,
do know Hunt. He was the cocky driver that provided everyone entertainment.
Yeah, the one you
yeah.
gave first place to.
The one that you... He's come back. Yes.
He's come back. Good. I like the sound of him. Yes, the cocky driver.
Yeah.
He's the one who's going to...
Yeah.
He's the one who's going to take risks and do fun things on the track.
Yes. Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Hunt is 3rd. Schechter, I've put in number 2. It was his first win after only 13 races. That's pretty good. First win.
Yep.
I did put him 2nd.
Very good.
And then was it Depailler?
Yeah, Depailler. Yep.
Because it was his first ever pole and he's up against some solid drivers. So I thought that was pretty impressive to get pole. Because to get pole, that's in qualifying. You're giving it all then, aren't you? Because you want to get pole.
True.
So I'm rewarding him for that.
But Schechter won the race. He got a better start and won the race.
But it wasn't his first ever pole. I'm giving it to Depailler because it was his first ever pole.
Okay.
To get pole position, you have to be the fastest qualifying driver, don't you?
I get it. Yeah. A lot. And in all
and he
honesty,
came 2nd.
He came 2nd and he was in formation position as well. So you might be right, actually, because he probably didn't do the pass on Schechter because he was told not to. But anyway, that's another topic.
That's another. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
Okay.
I think you could even add to Laura that Depailler should have actually won it. If the team had done the right thing by him, he got pole, he should have been given priority points in the race. Scheckter, and it was only very close. He only very closely won it, Scheckter.
Point 4. I think he was told to hold position, so I don't think he challenged Scheckter.
No, that's right. Anyway,
Okay.
good on you, Laura.
Yeah, I see why you're agreeing now, Rosa. Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't looked ahead, but now I have. So in third, I've got 2 drivers in equal third. I've got Graham Hill for 1 point out of the 4. So I've gone back to my old routine of breaking the points up.
Yes. You've created a 4th position.
Yeah. So he gets a point for getting a point. And special mention to the fire extinguisher that went off in Jarrier's car. There was a hero of the last race, and he still got 5th place despite the fire extinguisher going off. I put Depailler in third. Yes, it was his first pole position. That's impressive. Pity about the start because Scheckter did a better start, and at least Depailler got the fastest lap. I put Hunt in second because I think he actually could have won this race if he wasn't stuck behind Lauda for 40 laps. And that's the only reason he's not first, because it was Scheckter's first ever win, and it took him a long time to get past Hunt. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, and Scheckter for first. First F1 win. Great start, got him the win. So, yes, it was a formation thing, but he got the good start. So that gave him I think if Depailler got the better start, they would have also told Scheckter to stay behind him. That's my argument.
Yeah. Yeah, I had similar to you, Louis, except for your 4th position.
Yeah.
Which, you put Hill in there. Like, really?
Yeah, that's your old favourite driver.
Yeah, but he probably should have, been enjoying his retirement on the Riviera or something.
I know.
Not trying to get some 2-bit car around a track.
Yeah.
The age of
40, mid-40s?
45 or something. Yeah. Like, it's just...
Just for some context, Laura, Hill didn't get a drive because he was probably considered a bit over it. And so he just started up his own team to give himself a drive.
Really? But you still have to qualify to get in, don't you? Still have to.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must
No.
Kinnerman. Yeah.
This is the same Hill that I was doing in the other races.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the same Hill.
there.
He's still around. Yeah.
Yeah. Good on him.
Probably. Well, yeah. Arguably, he probably should have bowed out with some grace and at the top of his game. But anyway, yes, I put Hunt in 3rd place. Yeah, I've said great battle with Lauda and finally got past. Not sure if he could have done it sooner. Like 40 laps, that's a lot, Louis. Like, I don't know what, and Lauda's car was not great. So I feel like 40 laps is a lot of time to waste. And yeah, I agree with you. If he'd gotten past, he would have challenged for the win easy. But I've had to put him 3rd because it was 40 laps. So, I mean, if it was 5 or 10, but 40, that's huge.
It's most of the race.
Yeah. I've put Scheckter 2nd, first F1 win, and I've put Depailler 1st. He got pole and probably should have won through team decision. Anyway, that's my take on it. He got pole. So, okay, I get that.
Same as me.
Yes, I did have the same as you. Exactly. That's why I stood up for your tips there.
Yeah.
But I also, I get that Scheckter had track position, didn't he?
Yeah, he got the good start. So I'm adamant that Tyrrell just wanted to protect a 1-2. It didn't matter who won to them because
it didn't.
You have to remember at this point in time, Tyrrell were nowhere in the championship. So it's not like they were fighting for a championship here.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Little did they know that Scheckter would be a contender later.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So after 7 races, we've got Lauda in the lead on 56, Reutemann second on 44, Fittipaldi third on 42 with Peterson on 42. Yeah, we had a lot of people down the midfield earning points this race. So the leaderboard didn't change. All right, so we're off to the Dutch Grand Prix. Ferrari domination as Lauda secured pole ahead of Regazzoni, Fittipaldi third, Hailwood fourth and Depailler eighth. At race start, Lauda took the lead, which he would not drop. Regazzoni temporarily fell back, but recovered back up to second place, where he would finish. The main attention of this race surrounded the battle for third, which included Hailwood, Fittipaldi and Depailler. Depailler should have had it, but fell away towards the end of the race due to car issues. So Fittipaldi finished third, followed by Hailwood and Scheckter. Over to you, Laura.
I put Lauda in third place. I just said he was just a solid Ferrari driver, even though I know he won it, didn't he? Did he win it?
You did. He did. Yep.
Yeah,
I
so
put him
winning's
third.
not good enough for you, but yeah.
No. I look for things like, the sexy spinning, hunt
That's
driving,
right.
craziness.
Overtaking. Yep.
Fire extinguishers going off.
Qualifying last.
Yeah.
All those important things.
Someone you've never heard of.
Yeah, some random.
Yeah.
In the second spot, I gave it to Peterson for doing the fastest lap at 1.21.
Okay.
He finished
He made
eighth.
it.
So
He
yeah,
didn't
okay,
win.
He got eighth. Yeah.
He
Okay.
didn't win, but he got the fastest lap.
Yeah. Okay.
No mention of that.
Can't argue with that.
No, and
Right.
Depailler, I put him. I just think he's showing that he's a strong contender. I mean, he came from 8th on the grid, coming into second. I just think he's showing that he's good, isn't he?
He's good, but is he first?
No, he
This is a
wasn't
Ferrari
first.
1-2 domination, and you've given it
I
to
feel like you
Depailler.
should have put Lauda first and Depailler third.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, well,
Okay.
yeah, Lauda,
no
yeah,
reason. No. Yeah.
I mean, Depailler did
He
come
came-
sixth.
but
Depailler
where was-
did come sixth, but he should have come maybe third in the race. But you've given him first.
Yeah.
Came from-
flag.
I think she's recognising his potential. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I feel like he's showing
Making
that
a
he's
name
got
for
potential.
himself.
Yeah, showing
Yeah.
he's a strong contender.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's the early call. The early call on Depailler. It's the talent spotting. She's doing the he's gonna be something big.
I'm the talent
Okay.
spotter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just checking. It's so funny. I wanted to check, okay, how old is Depailler? And I Googled, like, how old was Patrick Depailler in 1974. He's 29. So, okay, he's on the slightly younger side. And the funny thing is, it even says, and his first fastest lap in Formula One occurred during the 1974 Swedish Grand Prix. So that was, I think, the race before.
It was the race before.
They really called it out. I'm like, wow,
Yep.
okay. So those fast laps really mean a lot to some people. Okay, so third I had Depailler myself. He finished sixth due to car issue, but should have been third, I think. And he was easily third in qualifying. He was easily in third, having qualified in eighth. So I'm righting the wrongs that, that's where I think he should have been. I put
Okay.
Regazzoni in second. Strong second, clearly doesn't have the pace of Lauda, but he did close up on Lauda in the middle of the race to put him under some pressure. And Lauda first, just pole, dominant race. He's in a zone. What more can one say? So I can't see. I'm surprised Laura didn't have a Ferrari in first place, considering it was a Ferrari 1-2, but such is life.
That's why I'm here.
Well, just to shake it up,
Surprise
Laura.
it. Yep, exactly.
Yep. I had the same as you, Louis. So I've got Depailler. I've put car issues rule into his race. I think he would have done a lot better. He's shown he's got the speed. But yeah, so he's third. Regazzoni second, good recovery drive, and Lauda pole, lead, win. I don't know that there's much more. He's getting into Stewart territory with some of these races.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Stewart's just retired. There's a vacuum, isn't there?
Yes, that's right.
Lauda's putting his hand up to fill it. So, yeah.
Okay, so after 8 races, Lauda has stretched his lead. He's on 76. Peterson's second on 48 and Regazzoni is third on 46. Reutemann feels like he's been stuck on 44 for about 4 or 5 races, but he's fourth. And Fittipaldi is on 42. He's fifth. And Scheckter is seventh on 28.
Okay, so up to the French Grand Prix. This is the 9th race of the season. So Lauda secured pole position ahead of Peterson and Price. And yes, you heard right, Price in the shadow. The race start was notable for Price muffing his start. That was a term used by Mike Lang. Because the flag being waved took longer than normal. And Price was caught looking at his fuel gauge. As a result, he was punted from behind by Reutemann and in turn took out Hunt's Hesketh as well. Up front, Lauda roared into the lead with Peterson right on his tail, followed by Regazzoni. It wasn't long before the leading pair pulled away from the rest, and about lap 16, Lauda, with a real vibration issue, could not hold Peterson back any longer, and the Swede went by into the lead and to win the race easily. Lauda was an easy second, and Regazzoni, also with a wheel vibration issue, held on to third, first by withstanding the attacks of Fittipaldi and then Scheckter. He would hold on to third by 0.2 seconds. So over to you, Laura, your top three and why.
Okay, don't shoot me, Luigi, but I put Price in third because I just thought it was funny that he was looking at his fuel gauge and got bumped from behind. Like, it just shows that we're human and inattention affects even the elite and professionals. And it's that just would have been such a funny thing to see. So I gave it to Price because that's funny. I put Peterson number 2 because he won. And in first place, I put Regazzoni because he had that wheel vibration issue, but so did Lauda. But I felt like he had the added pressure of Fittipaldi and Scheckter, so it would have been harder for him.
It's so funny that you left Lauda out, though.
I know.
Because Lauda was second and Regazzoni was third, but you're giving Regazzoni credit for holding back two drivers.
Yes, and that he was under a lot more pressure.
Yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of pressure too.
Why didn't he just pull away from the pressure point and be faster, like Lauda?
I don't know. I'm not him.
Yeah, but
ask him. Ask his family.
But look what Lauda did though. Lauda just pulled away, and Regazzoni couldn't because he wasn't good enough. Because he wasn't good enough.
He came second, right? Third.
Lauda came second. Regazzoni came third.
Okay, but he had the same pressure. So he had a wheel vibration issue, just like Lauda.
Yes. Yeah.
But he also had the pressure of the other drivers in his.
Why didn't he just pull away from the issue like Lauda did?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what goes in his little mind when he's driving.
Do you get
I think
what
she's
I'm
just
saying,
recognizing that there's a lot more pressure. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So it's funny to hear this because if there were Formula One drivers driving and they knew the way she judges, they would purposely lift and coast to make a driver go near them so it looks all dramatic.
And hold them out.
Yeah, hold them out, even though they can go a lot faster. Oh, funny. Okay. So
it is funny though that you said don't come at me for this, but I chose Price because guess what Louis done?
Yeah, I've got Price in third.
Oh, really? For the same reason?
Similar. I think I said for qualifying the Shadow in third, yes, he muffed the start, but if he didn't muff the start, Mike Lang would never have said it, and we'd never have a competitor term to a nonsense start. Because Mike Lang invented the term nonsense start for the 1950s, and he used muffed start for 1974, and this is the first time. So I want to give Price, thank you for giving us a new term. So that's good reason. Second, I've got Lauda. He probably would have won this race if not for the wheel vibration issue. He did get pole, and he did fight off Peterson while managing the issue. But then Peterson I gave first because he won in the aging Lotus 72E, which is a car that was dominant in 72. Is that right? Yeah, because it's 74. Great pass on Lauda to take the lead. And we know Lauda's not the easiest person to pass. Remember, Hunt spent 40 laps behind him. And continuing, and Peterson's dominating his younger teammate X in the other Lotus. So I thought I'd just take a kick in the guts while I can.
Yeah. Well, I think they're pretty good, Louis. I don't have any notes on that one. The 72E is a good pickup. I didn't put that in mine, but I've put Regazzoni third for a well-managed third. You know, he had the vibration issue and just managed to stick in there. Peterson I put second. He won the race, although he should have come second, I've said.
I think that's a big call, but I'll let you finish.
Because I think Lauda should have won.
Yeah, but that could go for most races in 74.
Yeah, finished second by 20 seconds due to tyre vibration issues. I think 20 seconds isn't I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. But he was probably driving compromised for more than half the race. So, yeah, I've kind of said, Peterson, good on you. But, yeah, you should have come second because Lauda should have won.
It was lap 16 that the lead changed in the 80-lap race. So poor Peterson
Ooh.
leading for
Okay,
60,
all right.
64 laps. Not good enough for Rosa.
No. Yeah, I didn't realise it was that early. I thought it was a bit later. So, yeah, I should have looked at that.
Do you want to change
All
it or are
right.
you going to keep it that way?
Nah, I can't. I'm not changing it.
I don't mind Lauda getting the points anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. So Lauda then, what are we after race 9, I think? Yeah, so Lauda's got 90 points. Peterson's second on 68. Regazzoni third on 58. And then the other, Schechter's like seventh on 28. So he's like 30 points behind Regazzoni. And Fittipaldi is on 42. He's fifth. Yep.
Those drivers are not rating at all, are they?
No, they're not.
Considering in the real championship, they're like line ball changing.
Yes,
positions.
yes.
And we've just like said, nah. We've just said Ferrari Lauda all the way. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so
is it me? Is it mine? Yeah, we're on race 10 at the British Grand Prix, and Lauda secured pole once again. Peterson second, Scheckter third, and Reutemann fourth. At race start, Lauda stormed into the lead. However, Peterson had wheel spin, so Scheckter took second and Regazzoni third. Peterson ended up fourth. Lauda built a very fast 2-second lead during the first lap. At half distance, Stuck had a heavy crash, which not only took himself out but also scattered the track with stones and debris. Peterson and Regazzoni were both quickly impacted with punctures, which moved Fittipaldi up to third place. As the race neared the end with 15 laps to go, Lauda also got a slow puncture. He chose to stay out instead of pitting, and this did not work as Scheckter went past into the lead on lap 70 of 75. Lauda hung on, but his wheel eventually disintegrated. So he relented and went into the pits on the penultimate lap, only to find the pit exit blocked by hangers-on and officials. Lauda would have finished fifth. Race organisers ignored the protests, but eventually in September, on appeal, Lauda was reinstated as fifth. So the finishing order was Scheckter, Fittipaldi, Ickx, Regazzoni, Lauda and Reutemann. Over to you, Laura.
I'm curious to see how Laura translates this, but yeah.
I'm going to do number 1 first. Should I do my number 1 first?
Sure.
I gave it to Lauda. I just think, poor guy. Yeah. Well,
yes.
Poor guy. He couldn't even exit the pits because it was blocked by people just hanging around.
Yeah.
And he led for almost the entire race. So I give my first one to Lauda. Then I gave my second to Scheckter. I mean, I know he won, but I gave my first one to Lauda. So Scheckter's my second option, the second spot. And number 3, I did Ickx. He came third, so I gave him third. Simple. It was easy.
Simple, but but all fine. But Fittipaldi came second. Why didn't you give him third?
Because I already had Lauda and Scheckter in there.
Okay, but Scheckter.
Yeah, Fittipaldi came third.
Yeah, Fittipaldi came second, and Ickx came third.
Yeah, I got no other reason.
You just skipped him. I'm just
skipped him.
Just skip
it. I haven't done it, so I haven't done him, so he can go in there.
Okay,
he can have a point.
Yeah. Okay.
He can have some Laura attention.
Yeah.
A bit like who was it? Let me go back up here. Yeah, Kinnaman. Yeah, a bit like Kinnaman.
And the other guys, I can't remember. I can't even remember their names now.
Bellini or something.
Yeah. Okay, well, I had third for Scheckter. Reliability took the win that was gifted to him, so fair enough. I had second Peterson. I felt like he should have come second, and he was taken out mid-race by the Stuck's debris, and he had good pace in that aging Lotus 72E. So I thought second place was his to have, and I gave Lauda first. Should have won the race, got pole, fastest lap, was leading up to lap 70 of 75 until he got the puncture from Stuck, and did a gallant effort and risk trying to stay out. So he's the real winner in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't have any notes on yours, Loy. I I went similar line. I'm Regazzoni puncture, otherwise third. Peterson puncture, otherwise second. And then I've said Lauda, I'm giving him the win here due to bad luck with a puncture, although can argue bad decision not pitting. That caused me some questioning, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt that he knew what he was doing at the time. Like in hindsight, it was a bad call. Like if he'd pitted earlier, he would have had time to get back through the field and take back his position. But we always say it, when you've got track position, it's hard to make that decision to take yourself out of track position. So I've given him the win.
Fair enough. Okay, good picks.
Right, well, because Lauda got first from all of us, didn't he? So he's now on 114 points. Peterson's in second on 80, Regazzoni third on 62. Fittipaldi's fifth on 42, and Scheckter's come up. He's now sixth on 38.
This is looking nothing like the champion.
No, no.
I don't even think Peterson was up there.
No,
I don't
not at all.
I don't recall seeing him on the list very often.
No.
So, yeah. Okay, so we're up to the 11th race of the season out of 15. This is the German Grand Prix. So prior to this race, Lauda unofficially was the first driver to set a time under 7 minutes at this track. Could he do it officially on race day? He would get pole, but his time was 7 minutes and 0.8. So he just missed out. Regazzoni was second, so another Ferrari won too. Fittipaldi third, Scheckter fourth. At race start, Lauda made a poor start and Regazzoni charged into the lead. However, drama was behind as Fittipaldi was having a gear selection issue which caused him to make contact with Holm, which was his teammate in the other McLaren. This caused Holm to retire with suspension issues. Fittipaldi managed to continue but had a puncture from the incident and retired after a tyre change. Up front, Regazzoni won the race by 50 seconds, followed by Scheckter and Reutemann. Primary attention for most of the race was a battle for fourth, which was settled by Peterson in the Lotus, then X. Price in the Shadow earns his debut points, and Jacques Lafitte makes his Formula One debut. Over to you, Laura, your top three and why.
In third spot, I put Cosworth because he did the second fastest lap in the race.
Did you say he?
Isn't he?
Yeah.
He? Is it she?
No.
What'd I say?
It's not a living thing.
What is it? A car?
It's the engine.
It's an engine.
But you're not the first to give an engine points, by the way. Rosa's had a big love affair with engines in the past.
I have. Yeah.
So who where was this Cosworth? Whose car was that in?
I think you might be thinking
in all of them, pretty much.
Yeah, except Ferrari, BRM.
Wow, where'd I get my research from?
Where'd you get that from?
Did you chat GPT this? Did you chat GPT?
No, I didn't. No, I did. I did research. I actually don't know where it came from.
I mean,
unless I read that.
You would call an engine a he, I guess, if you chose.
But how can I give an engine?
But they call ships a she, right?
Cars are she's.
Yeah. Okay. So,
but if all the cars have a Cosworth, then why have I said the Cosworth has done a second fastest lap?
Yes, only you can answer that question, Laura. I don't know.
But why do you say the second fastest lap? Because
that's what I don't understand what I've done there. I'm not sure. I reckon I misread something. I put in Cosworth and it was meant to actually be a name. I think that's what's happened.
You're getting double points here because you've given the engine agenda. And you've gone for the engine as the second fastest lap. No one's ever done a second fastest lap.
No. There's lots of firsts. A little bit like 1974, Luigi. Laura has come out with a lot of firsts.
Yeah, thank you for giving us variety in life. So, yeah.
Okay, I put Scheckter in second for doing the fastest lap in the race. And I put Regazzoni in first because he led every lap. On the way to his second GP victory, he's unchallenged.
It's a relief that you finally gave the winner of the race the win, which is good. Like finally, a normal one, you know. Considering Scheckter did come second, by the way, in the race. So at least
he did. He did too. Yeah.
So I had Price third because it was the first points of his Formula One career. He came sixth in what is a midfield car. What's he in? He's in the Shadow.
Shadow.
and he did well at this daunting track. So very well done to him. So sometimes you do these points based on a driver outperforming their car, like Hill getting recognition for outperforming his car. So I think Price outperformed his car. I put Scheckter in second for a solid, boring race, second place, like way behind. And Regazzoni first, won by 50 seconds, got the job done, showed Lauda how to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship, that's what was happening in the real world, not our TP one. Although I see the TP one as the real championship. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same as you, Lou, except I switched Scheckter and Price. I wanted a little bit more recognition for Price for first points in a shadow. I am a little bit taken with the shadow name and their history and the fact that they're led by like a ex-spy. It's all very mysterious and glamorous. Scheckter, I really struggled with third because I normally do mine in first, second, third. Like that's how I do them. And I just I didn't really want to give it to Scheckter. Like you said, Louis, it was boring, but no one else stood out. I couldn't even, like Ix actually did something good in this race. I think he came from 13th to finish 5th or something. But anyway, I ended up giving it to Scheckter. And then, Regazzoni took the lead and convincing win for first.
Okay.
All right, so no points for Lauda that time, so he's still on 114. Regazzoni's up in second now on 86, and Peterson is third on 80. Schechter's gone up to fourth on 54, and Fittipaldi's gone down to sixth on 42. He's been stuck on 42 for a while as well, Scheckter, hasn't he? I mean, Fittipaldi.
I know. What's going on? He's getting second places and points here and there. Yeah, we're not recognising it.
No, we're not. Okay, race 12, we're in Austria. The Brabhams were super fast here during most stages of practice, but in the final session, Lauda took pole, with Reutemann second, Fittipaldi third, and Pace in the second Brabham in fourth. At race start, Reutemann charged into the lead and would proceed to win the race unchallenged. However, behind him there was drama, as the following Ferrari pair of Lauda and Regazzoni would face trouble. Lauda retired early due to engine issues, and with 14 laps to go, Regazzoni in a comfortable second got a puncture. His pit stop was a shambles. Here we go, the old Ferrari back. And he returned to the track in 7th place, but charged back up to 5th. As a result of many retirements, it was Holm, who qualified 10th, who finished a distant second, 42 seconds back, with Hunt third and Watson fourth. Laura.
Watson. Who is Watson? I put him in third. He came from 11th on the grid. I never even heard of this guy. Is he Australian?
No.
I think he's British. He's British, isn't he?
Welsh, actually.
Yeah, okay. Well, British.
But Watson, who is Watson? That's like it's like a slogan now. Okay.
So I I put in number 2, I put in Holm, because this is his last podium finish for the Australian/New Zealand driver.
Okay. Good recognition.
I didn't
like
know that. Good call out. There's research that I didn't know. There you go.
You're welcome. And at number 1, I put Reutemann for a dominant race, strong performance throughout.
Okay.
The end.
Yep.
Okay.
The end.
Yeah. So I've got no real arguments there. I had Holm in third, actually. Survivor managed to work his way up to second place. So Rosa, I do give him points.
Yeah, okay.
I put Regazzoni in second. Should have come second if not for an unlucky puncture and the resultant shambolic tyre change that eventuated from that. And Reutemann first, fastest throughout practice. This is the track where Brabham was in his zone. It took massively to deny Lauda. I think he got pole position, didn't he?
You did, yeah.
He did. So
Lauda got pole, yeah.
Lauda got pole, actually. But it took him a lot to deny Lauda the race, even though there were other issues. And strong race to lead from start to finish. So great performance by Reutemann, considering how in form that Ferrari and Lauda has been.
Yeah. I had the same as you, Louis. It always concerns me when I have the same as you because I'm scared I'm starting to think like you. I would rather you start to think like me. But, I also had Holm 10th to second, a bit lucky, but he's just consistent. Like he doesn't do anything to put himself in bad situations normally. Regazzoni, good recovery from a shambolic puncture pit stop. And Reutemann took the lead and won the race unchallenged. So recognise that. He hasn't gotten points for ages. So he's now picked up 24 points just like that. Okay, so after 12 races, we have Lauda on 114, Regazzoni on 98 in second. Third is Peterson on 80. Scheckter is fourth on 54. Reutemann's zipped up there on fifth on 68. And then we have Fittipaldi bringing up the rear on 42 points.
The rear of the front, people.
The rear of the front, 6. Yep.
Okay, race 13 out of 15. This is Italy. So Lauda secured pole eventually on the Saturday after a strong showing by Reutemann in the Brabham. Third place was Pace in the second Brabham and Watson in the hexagon Brabham. So Watson, who was Watson? Championship contenders, Regazzoni was 5th and Peterson 6th and Scheckter in 12th, while Peterson was in 7th. At race start, Lauda sort of jumped the start and pulled away, but because it was Italy, they didn't worry about it. By lap 5, Regazzoni had navigated the 3 Brabhams and was in second place 7 seconds behind Lauda in the other Ferrari. Then on lap 30 out of 52-lap race, Lauda, so we had a Ferrari 1-2, by the way, at that point. Lauda's engine blew and the crowd cheered as Regazzoni took the lead in the other Ferrari. Then Regazzoni had the same issue on lap 40 and he retired. So this left a thrilling duel between Peterson, still driving the aging Lotus 72E, against Fittipaldi for the win. In the end, Peterson held on to win by just 0.8 seconds with Fittipaldi second. Scheckter came home a distant third.
I think you meant Fittipaldi was in 7th earlier, Louis, because I think you've written Peterson twice here. But yes, it was Fittipaldi.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
And you do like that 72E. I'm thinking you might give it points at some point.
Oh, I haven't, but interesting, yes. It's just the acknowledgement that an aging car can still be so competitive.
Yeah, because it was like 2 years old at this point, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, Laura.
I have shared the points of second and third place between Fittipaldi and Scheckter for working together.
Yeah, I gave them 5 points each. I hope that's what you meant. Yes, okay.
Yeah, yes, exactly that. I did that. And then for the first, I put Peterson. He came from 7th on the grid. And I haven't seen Peterson in the top 3 on the starting grid much, but he does seem to work his way up.
Okay.
I love the
read
silence.
out the rest?
I was a bit confused by the Fittipaldi and Scheckter working together. Did they work together? Like, is that your special research, Laura? Because I don't.
Yeah, they were nowhere near each other.
It might be
because they both had Cosworth engines.
Are they from the same
and
team?
No, Fittipaldi is.
They were 23 seconds apart at the end.
Did they do something?
Yeah.
Did they do something? I know I read something about.
Maybe slipstream for a period of time, but not much. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure I read something about them sort of colluding.
Working together.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Let's just go with it.
I thought that was nice.
Probably one of her better picks. Okay, so I'm feeling bad who I've not picked because Mersario and the Williams came 4th. But anyway, I put Reutemann.
You are a bit of a Williams fan, Luigi.
Yeah, I'm disappointed I missed that. So Reutemann finished, I picked Reutemann as 3rd because he retired early, but he was on form with this sort of track. And yes, I know he retired on lap 12, but he was 2nd. And I think he would have come 2nd if not for so many retirements. I think Peterson was just lucky to win this race and I couldn't give him 3rd.
How many laps is this race?
Lots of
80?
laps. 52.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Lap 12.
I feel bad. I sort of feel a bit bad to lift Peterson out too. I put Regazzoni in 2nd because he had 2nd place sewn up and he was on lap 40, I think, out of 52. And engine issues is what cost him. So I felt that was not fair. And Lauda, I put him in 1st. He got pole, had the race in the bag. He'd driven enough of the race that I think that he had the race until the engine let him down.
Yeah,
not really
for sure.
His fault of the team. So, yeah, no Peterson, no Fittipaldi, no Scheckter, and they're the top 3.
Yeah, I put Scheckter in. I think 12th to 3rd was a really good performance for him. What's he driving again, Lloyd?
Tyrrell.
He's in Tyrrell, that's right, yes. But then I had the same thing with Regazzoni. He had 12 laps to go and his engine blew. So, yeah. And then Lauda, he had pole position. He had the lead. And again, he would have won if not for his engine blowout, I think. But, yeah, it was hard. I mean, I could have put Peterson in there, but didn't really see why in the end. I know I agree with Laura. He kind of won because other drivers went out.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, you recognise Holm, but you don't recognise Peterson. Just saying.
Me?
If it was Holm that won this race, yeah, you. If it was Holm that won this race, I'll make a bet.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'll make a bet Holm would be like second at least, is what I'm saying. Because consistent.
I don't know.
Because it's two Ferrari drivers, it's different.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Lauda has stretched his lead. He's on 130. Regazzoni second on 110. Peterson third on 88. Scheckter is fifth on 63 and Fittipaldi is sixth on 47. Okay, so second to last race. We're at race 14. We're in Canada. Fittipaldi secured pole against all odds with a whistling lap, according to Mike Lang. Lauda was second, Scheckter third and Reutemann fourth. Regazzoni fifth and Peterson 10th. At race start, Ferraris made a great start and we had the top four drivers being the top four championship leaders. Lauda leading, Fittipaldi second, Regazzoni third and Scheckter fourth. Scheckter passed Regazzoni for third, but the race of the leaders was somewhat processional as Lauda and Fittipaldi together pulled out a large lead over Scheckter, who in turn did the same with Regazzoni. In the meantime, Peterson was on a charge from 10th. By lap 68 of 80, Lauda came across debris and stones from an earlier incident from Watson's car, which caused him to go off and crash out. Fittipaldi cruised to an easy win. Scheckter had earlier retired due to a brake issue, so it was a distant Regazzoni who held on to second, holding off a charging Peterson on the last lap by putting a back marker between them. Regazzoni therefore finished second and Peterson third. Over to you, Laura.
I put Peterson in third because he came from 10th on the grid, 10th to third. I put Fittipaldi in second spot because he was the obvious winner after Lauda spun out. And then I gave Lauda number one because he was leading the whole race until he spun out, but he probably would have won.
Okay. I've got no comments. I had the exact same, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
wow.
My reasons are a little bit different. I had Peterson third, qualified 10th. I talk about the 72E again. Got up to third and nearly took second, if not for some clever strategy by Regazzoni, and nearly beat a championship car from 74 with a 72 car and continues to thrash his teammate X. So, yeah. Fittipaldi I had second, got pole against the odds. A great effort, and he was strong in the second half of the race, 5 seconds behind Lauda when Lauda went off. Got the win, so I gave him second place and Lauda first. He was second on the grid, stopped only from pole attempt by rain, which actually stopped him going for it. He got the fastest lap, leading every lap up to lap 68 of 80, and then went off because of debris and stones from another driver. So I think he was unlucky to not get this race, and this eliminated him from the actual championship itself. So I would pick he probably would have won most of the races of this season.
Yes, I had the same as you guys, except for third, I actually recognised Regazzoni's smart driving tactic to help him keep second place. So, and then I had Fittipaldi, same reasons that you did, Louis. And then, I had Lauda first for the same reasons that you guys did. So my only difference was Regazzoni instead of Peterson. And I don't want to hear it's because he's a Ferrari driver.
Yeah, there's no constructors in this where Ferrari get 2 sets of
I'm not
points.
saying it's not true. I just don't want to hear it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so with one race to go, we've got Lauda on 154 points, Regazzoni second on 114, Peterson third on 96. Fittipaldi is fifth on 65 and Scheckter is sixth on 63. And Reutemann's made it in there. He's fourth on 72.
Wow, he's outdoing Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi's way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so up to the last race of the season. So this is a pretty special race. Actually, I've realised, Rosa, there's an error in this.
Oh, no.
But before I talk about the error, I will mention that, what was I going to say? This race, as we head into this final race, this was the race where Regazzoni and Fittipaldi were equal points heading into the finale. So it's a pretty big deal. And it's also the 250th F1 World Championship race, which at the time in our race review episode, I mentioned it was our 250th race review. Then I realized we didn't cover the Indy 500s for the first 8 seasons. So really, the real celebration is 8 races into 75.
Oh, no.
Because I'm right,
And early.
because technically those are races we didn't cover.
We didn't cover, but they were included in the championship. Yes, they were.
So there's a bit of a
whoops.
pill to swallow there, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, let's just celebrate it in theory. Yeah. So we have 3 drivers in the championship, actually, not 2, actually. 2 were on the equal points, and then Scheckter was a bit further back. And those 3 drivers proceeded to qualify 6th, Scheckter, 8th, Fittipaldi, and 9th, Regazzoni. So they really put in a poor performance. Remember, Fittipaldi and Regazzoni equal points, yes. At the front, Reutemann got pole, followed by Hunt and Andretti, impressively in the new Parnelli team, and Pace. At the race start, Reutemann charged into the lead and would go on to win the race. Hunt was second most of the race but had fuel issues, which meant Pace moved up to second later in the race to make it a Brabham 1-2. With the championship contenders, Scheckter was generally 4th or 5th most of the race, with Fittipaldi right behind him holding station. All Fittipaldi had to do was stay with him and he was going to win the championship because he had a 5-point lead. Then Scheckter retired about halfway through the race. In the meantime, Regazzoni, the other championship contender with Fittipaldi, had serious handling issues, and despite desperate pit stops to change tyres, change suspension, doing whatever he could, he was never in the running and he was out. Or he finished but way down. Hunt stumbled over the line in 3rd and Fittipaldi 4th to become the world champion than the rest. So just to explain that again quickly. So Reutemann 1st in the Brabham, Pace 2nd in the Brabham, Hunt 3rd in the Hesketh, and then Fittipaldi in the McLaren. Over to you, Laura.
In 3rd spot, I gave it to Hunt because he still came in 3rd despite his fading brakes. In 2nd spot, I put Reutemann. He was just solid from the start to the end, really. And in 1st spot, I gave it to Holm because he's Australian / New Zealand. And this is his last race ever after 8 wins and 33 podiums in 112 starts.
See, 33 podiums in 112 starts, that's pretty good.
That is really good, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can retire happily with that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That is a career to be proud of.
And 67 champion, no one can take that away.
No.
Yeah, even Eamon, who never got a win. Holmes showed Eamon how to do it. So
that's right.
Yeah, I think those are good picks.
Yep, me too.
I had Fittipaldi in 3rd. I felt like he did what was required to be world champion in an up and down year like this. So giving him credit for he drove a safe race, got 4th and was happy enough with that. I put Reutemann in 2nd. Strong drive to win, got pole position, start to finish performance, just really impressive. And I put Koenig 1st. So Koenig tragically lost his life due to a poorly installed Armco barrier. And it's sad because he didn't need to die. He would have survived if they hadn't had a fault with that barrier, but they didn't do it properly and it caused his life to be lost and he made a big sacrifice. So giving him credit for his sacrifice.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think they're good too. I've gone a little bit different for my 3rd. I've put Regazzoni in 3rd. He was equal championship leader with Lauda, was it? Did you say, Louis?
Fittipaldi.
Oh, with Fittipaldi. Just bad luck with that car. He just needed to finish ahead of Fittipaldi to clinch the championship. And I did a little bit more research on what was happening with his car. He had actual structural issues with the front end of it. So no amount of tyre changes or anything was going to fix it. He just had a dodgy car, like Ferrari, back to the old unprofessional outfit. So I kind of think that if he had just been able to finish ahead of Fittipaldi, look, would he have finished ahead of Fittipaldi? I don't know. Fittipaldi ended up being 4th. Where did Regazzoni qualify? That's the only. Oh, he was 9th.
They were all bad. They all blew.
They were 8th and 9th. Yeah, they were 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look, I just think Regazzoni was a chance. Fittipaldi did enough to win the championship. I've put him second and I've put Reutemann first, similar to you guys. Just solid pole, dominant win, deserves the recognition in here.
No comments from me. Yeah.
So the TP champion, the people's champion, is Niki Lauda on 154 points. Regazzoni second on 118. Peterson third on 96. And Fittipaldi's fifth on 75.
This has
like
to be
half
one
the
of
points.
Yeah, this has to be one of our most dramatic results.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't even get in halfway up to Lauda.
No, I mean let's put it in perspective. I mean we haven't got the championship results here, but I can say so. Fittipaldi is first, and we gave him fifth, right? in the championship. Regazzoni was second, and we gave him second, so we got that right. Scheckter came third, and we had him in sixth. He never really sparked up like we thought, did we? Considering those three were in the championship finale.
Yeah, exactly.
And we had Lauda we had Lauda as the dominant winner, and he came fourth.
I think I looked that, Lauda had like 8 or 9 retirements through the season, and 4 or 5 of them were from pole position.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we recognised in our reviews.
Yeah.
That he should have won.
He retired from the last 5 races of the season.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm pretty sure he retired having won pole position for those races.
Yeah, yeah.
So, we went heavy on that.
We did.
And it had nothing to do with the fact that he was in a Ferrari.
No. Yeah, and I don't care, but I like Lauda, and it's not because he drove the McLaren later, but Lauda's a driver that when we talk about the end of the 70s, we got to talk about why Lauda doesn't get recognised as much as many other drivers.
Yes.
And I wonder that because many of us that are Formula One fans, we all know Lauda doesn't just we can't talk about it because we're giving too much away. So
that's right. Don't talk about it. We'll just we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was really interesting. Thanks, Laura. Some firsts. Yeah. You're a trailblazer.
Lots of firsts in that one. And you matched the season.
I was just going to say, you matched the vibe of the season. So I don't know that you meant to do that, but you actually did it. You nailed it.
You did.
I'm assuming chaotic is one of the words might be in that.
Yeah. I think we might need her for 2010.
Yes.
What
yes.
was that?
2010 is the next chaotic season, so you can have that one.
Oh, okay, great. I'm looking forward to it.
I think a lot of people will want 2021 too, Louis. I don't know how we're going to choose someone for 21.
I don't know how.
You're probably not going to. You're probably going to go out. I'm out. Choose someone else.
Yeah, I'll refuse to do the last race. Pretty much.
Yes. All right, we'll wrap it up then. Thanks for sticking in. It was a bit of a longer episode, this one, but we'll see you next time for the 1975 race reviews.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Laura, for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Laura.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.